Buenas, gentes, ¿cómo están? Hoy estamos en un episodio nuevo, el primero, vamos a decir, de Genshin Impact. Habíamos hecho una encuesta que teníamos para jugar distintos jueguitos y grabarlos, ¿no? Salió ganador Genshin Impact. Así que, nada, les traigo acá el modo historia. ¿Sí? Nos habíamos quedado en la zona donde investigábamos cuál era el paradero de Tartaglia. Porque él había entrado a la cárcel, básicamente, de Fontaine. Y ahora no sé por dónde corno tengo que subir. Ah, por acá. Y no sabemos qué pasó porque nosotros entramos a la cárcel también y no lo vimos nunca. Pero a través de los recuerdos, más o menos por ahí, cuando soñaba la Traveler, porque yo tengo a la Traveler como personaje principal, no tengo a el Traveler, eh, podíamos ver qué fue lo que estaba haciendo. Así que ahora tenemos que subir. Vamos para aquel puntito. Este ascensor es re lento encima. Y vamos a ver qué pasaba. Antes de terminar de subir, vamos a leer la misión que dice: extraviado en las profundidades marinas. Vea las tuberías de las que hablan los rumores. Han dejado de investigar todo lo relacionado con las normas secretas del fuerte Merópide y muchas de las pistas tienen que ver con Novail. Su viaje hasta aquí no será en vano. Bien, todavía no dan protogemas, así que todavía no termina. Bien, vamos. Anteriormente estuve hablando con unos guachines, porque me tenía que poner a tono a ver qué era lo que había pasado. Pero nada, ahora nos manda para acá. Y vamos a ver qué pasa, porque creo que esto es de noche. Nosotros teníamos que esperar a que se durmieran todos para poder entrar. Vea las tuberías de las que hablan los rumores. Ok. ¿Más adentro todavía no? ¿Por qué viene para acá? Ah, ahí está.
We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us.
Ok. Uy. Pasar cosas. Supongo que da igual si corro o no. Por acá. Esto. Igual no entiendo. Se supone que tengo que ir por atrás del... Vamos a probarla así nomás. Eso. Quiero ver cómo es la movida.
Careful. We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us.
Porque trepar tampoco se puede, sí. Ok. A ver hasta dónde llegamos trepando. Ahí tendría que dejar subirme hasta acá, me imagino. Llegamos volando. Ok, volando no me vieron. Estamos acá al lado ya. Bueno, fácil.
This should be the place.
Ah, mira, antes de que empezara a hacer la misión acá, Tartaglia salía corriendo por este lado. Les voy contando un poquito. A ver, ¿qué pasa ahora?
What? I know you. You were the ones we saw.
Yo voy a ir saltando esto. O sea, yo lo leo y lo salto. No voy a esperar a que hablen todos los personajes.
Huh. You've got guts showing up here. You know who we are.
You'd better leave now. Ain't nobody coming here to save you.
What'd you say? Yeah, so what if they were? If you push us, we can make those
Hey, what's the point of all those rumors anyway?
I don't have to tell you anything. If you turn around, go back to the dormitories, and act like you never saw anything, then I'll...
Yeah, scram. Nothing worth seeing here. Huh? What did you...
Isn't that exactly what Boss said when he left?
Hey, do you know our boss? Whoa. We had no idea our boss was such a big deal. He
Ok,
always kept his
ya
identity
sabemos más o
secret.
menos que Tartaglia tenía gente adentro.
So, did he have you come here to find us?
Oh, so your child's crew here? Seems like he had no problem fitting in.
We're the only ones who heard him say those words when he left that night. So unless he somehow told you those exact... All right.
Wow, those dreams of yours sure come.
We gave him the business for a while and would always give him a hard time when he first came to the fortress of Maripede. But here in the fortress, the strong will always earn respect. He was working the longest hours and racking up wins in the... You could always see how amazing he was, even when he was teaching us a lesson. So eventually, we all decided to follow.
But one day, he suddenly told us that he had to find a way to escape this place, no matter the cost. He said it was because he heard, and as his crew, if the boss wants something, then it's our job to get it done. So, we got to work, and used the hidden rules that were here to make up and we just wanted to give him a better chance of escaping on a night after the pipe.
Oh, thanks to your rumor, nobody would want to come anywhere near here, prisoner or guard. Wow. But has a child already escaped? Why are you all still coming here after pipe?
Because as far as we know, the pipe he went into isn't actually an exit. It should be a dead end. It leads to an abandoned factory area, and even if there were a way to escape from there into the sea, we're still way too deep. But boss still insisted on going in. It's like he was upset. So we told him that we'd pretend as if he never existed, and that if he wanted to come back, he should wait for nighttime on a pipe cleaning day. That way, we could meet him here and...
So you come and wait here through the night a few times a month?
Yeah, but it's been so long now. We already know an...
Is it also possible that...
Nothing could ever defeat boss or slow him down. It's one...
Okay, okay.
Sí, con ningún imprevisto, pero lo agarró en nubilete y le partió la madre, básicamente.
All right. Keep quiet and follow us.
Bien. Che, yo pensé que iba a ser mucho más difícil la de pasar allá con los guardias, pero resultó ser una pavada. Yo me la estaba re complicando al pedo. No, ya está, no lo agarré. Veamos de que no haya nada. Eso. No, quería agarrar la rana. Bien, hay unas
The way
escaleras,
out from
parece
here
sí.
has been sealed off. It's impossible to get through. Boss left by going down from here. It wasn't full of water at the time. Later, we came back hoping to have a look. That's when we found out it had been completely flooded. It's impossible to navigate unless you're an extremely...
Do you think Child got trapped by the water?
Not likely. We all know that Boss was an incredible swimmer.
Really? Then have him come investigate. Pronto. Just be sure to tell us if...
It's getting late. We should leave before the guards come this way.
Yeah, we learned a lot about what happened to Child here.
No, no nos vayamos, quiero seguir ahí. Que después me hacen venir de vuelta. Bueno, estamos en la pieza. A ver.
We finally learned some key information. See, when you said you knew a diver, you were talking about Fremine, right? If we ask Linny, why is Child like this? What was he doing going into the pipes? Fortunately, though, it seems like it's only a matter of time. Now that we can finally relax, I'm on starting.
Bueno, acá termina el acto. Bueno, terminó el video, gente. Nada. Vamos a grabar un poquito más. A ver si podemos terminar
It's
una
morning
parte del nuevo
already.
acto y ver qué es lo que sucede.
Paimon still needs more sleep.
Ok. Cualquiera de las dos opciones es lo mismo.
Wait, look over there. It's one of Linny's cards.
Muy bien.
Let Paimon see what's written on it. Maybe you haven't heard, but today is the monthly free day. Everyone has the day off today, which makes it the perfect.
Yeah.
It's been a while
Por eso
since
no
we
había
last
opción.
talked. Have you been making any progress lately? Let's meet at our usual spot in the factory. Ooh, today's our lucky day. We have the day off. From the sound of it, Lenny's been making progress with his investigation. Wonder what he's We still have some time before we meet up. Let's talk.
Es muy hablado el Genshin. Cuando no te tenés que cagar a piñas es muy hablado. Bueno, estamos en el acto 4 del capítulo 4. ¿Sabes qué? Vamos a cambiar de equipo. Así lo hacemos mucho más fácil. Porque si tengo que caminar de acá para allá, vamos con el equipo principal. Ahí estamos. ¿Cómo le cuesta? Ya con allá acabamos más rápido y lo hacemos más fácil. Bien. El primero lo tengo... están todos abajo. O eso parece. Sí. Vamos por acá. Primer grupito.
Look, there are some people talking over there.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're...
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm...
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're...
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by...
What kind of filthy bilge water you spew? Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they want to hire someone like you?
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the... Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we... That's true.
Bueno. Una info que la verdad me la paso por el ocote. Ahora ya que estamos, los signitos de pregunta de exclamación me ponen un poquito tenso. Yo la verdad acá prefiero hacer las misiones. Y acá me llevo un deseo. Cookie. Vamos a jugar acá. Soy un pelotudo, abrí la misma. Acá. Reclamamos esto. 100 nivel 1. ¿Cómo se nota que no juegas un montón? Después reclamamos todo. No pasa nada. Acá tenemos otro grupito.
There's a group of people over there.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey,
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
What's the matter? They're just looking to enjoy...
hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Yeah, fine.
You hear that, Quisto? What night?
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right?
Really? Are we...
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime.
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the
Su hermano
Bombshell Bros, but
bombazo.
don't worry. We're not playing with bombs or anything. It's just that our information...
So, you two really like to gossip?
No,
Carita de Paimon.
you don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom, who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know?
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Right. That meal we had yesterday.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be...
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about... You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he...
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks. Even better treatment in the...
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why is he visiting?
But did you know that Churia was a talented researcher from the Fontaine...
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got...
You mean he hit a woman?
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a
Es
man, and she also
demasiada
got sent to the
sobreinformación
infirmary.
al pedo.
Come to think...
Pero bueno, es Genshin. Ya sabemos que funciona así.
Wait a
Y
second.
lo queremos igual
You don't
al
think-
jueguito.
Do you think it... Could it be that...
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Juria to a pulp that one time.
Bueno, ya acá no se estira más. Genial. Genial porque se va por las ramas. Es tremendo. Como ya tenemos el último acá. Y ahora vemos cómo se desarrolla lo siguiente. Porque la verdad la info así. Desde que estamos acá adentro es recolectar información y ver qué mierda pasa. Y no pasa nada.
Hey, you over there? Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
You TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting up everywhere.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to... all right. Nope.
But why would you
¿Qué
be looking
carajos?
for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition. There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then.
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it.
All right. Have you heard any strange rumor? Ben, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping? Yes, you've already met those two. They're quite a pair. They always keep an eye out for the latest happening. I heard that they used to be a chef and a bartender before they were sent down here. You know how bartenders are, always chatting with customers.
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear... Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a
Epa.
convict in the Fortress
Vaya
of
dato de
Meripede
color.
before?
Huh?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not... A forbidden zone? Sounds like some...
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have
Anything else? Not that I can think of. But I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll...
Okay, we've talked to just
Okay.
about everyone, and it's about time for us to
Vamos,
go
vamos,
meet
vamos
Lenny.
con lo importante. ¿Dónde está?
According to
Ni-
the party left us, we
Por ahí
should
no
go
puedo.
meet him in the production zone.
Ya acababa los pedos, pero no puedo subir un escalón. Vamos por acá. Aquí, epa, casi me agarra la nariz.
Take flight.
Es una muñeca, no mueve la boca ya acá. Hoy creo que nadie mueve la boca. Definitivamente.
My guiding stars.
One with nature.
Tanto va a tardar en bajar, dale. Por favor. Gracias. Ah, cierto que me pasé. Igual es porque bajó un montón. Me tengo que subir a otro sensor. Sí. Qué embole. Igual puede ser que haya un TP ahí, yo soy re boludo. Ahí ya estamos acá igual. Aquí. Vámonos. ¿Dónde anda Lini? Estamos acá. A ver qué dato nos tira.
Huh?
Home.
That look in your eyes.
Me
You
encanta.
found something?
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just
Pará, Paimon.
As expected of the legendary duo.
Bien. Qué bueno que hayan resumido esto.
I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about... He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than... Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his
his escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to...
Bingo! Is he around?
Sí, me
He's
encanta
working
como lo dijo.
today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later. It's the least I can do. We're all in this together, so it's honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information.
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremen, and if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for...
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? Oh, and there's just one last... Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone.
Oh, más info
Fremine's
eso,
no
no, por
master
favor.
of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremen...
What do you want us to do? Will it be...
Well, I won't call it easy per se. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier. So it probably has something to do with the secret. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget... my apologies. I just started rambling out of habit.
But that's not a bad thing, right? All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Let's go our separate ways for now, then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days.
Bueno, ya estamos. Yo pensé que iba a ser que se lastimaba o algo por el estilo.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a... There seem to be several people...
Right. I feel like It's not impossible.
So... it's a bit hard to understand them from here. So, what...
Ok.
Oh... Someone! Please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion. Could it be poison? Let me take a look. Please, lie down over here.
Básicamente
Don't
se está
worry, I'll
cagando.
get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
A manito.
You can do it, traveler! Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Bueno, otra vez vamos a revisar la próstata.
My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. Eh? Oh, that's good. I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax. Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. And here? Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. What about here? Oh. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious.
So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious.
And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. What, Miss Levine? I'll have to
Very well.
Me gusta el diseño de esa personaje.
And she hopped away just like that.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Her stomach aches really bad. She was stumbling about the whole way.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry.
But it also looks like she's the...
well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress. Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sijuin take care of the sick and injured.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
Uepa. Igual la remandó en canal,
that's
boludo.
correct.
¿Qué onda?
Sorry.
Are you two also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijuin prescribes for us. You could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurrier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent—
Hey, don't start arguing now. Please, keep it civil at least.
Epa.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will...
But—
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck—
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurrier, I don't want to see your face here again.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this
You
Spawnearon
just
libros.
slowly walked off like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's— well, his name is Jurrier, but I hope you'll never—
You really can't...
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Sijuin should be back soon, and I'm sure you— No.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Muy lindo ese personaje.
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sijuin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should...
Bueno, dieron farlopa.
Miss Levine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color?
I remember.
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are your...
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon.
See ya! I'm going to fill out your medical record now.
you're widely known as the Traveler. Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the Traveler rest? So her primary symptoms are... Alright then. Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds? No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to Got it! Paimon will... Oh, you're going to take a nap already? We've been to lots of places together. She may look a bit under the weather now, but... Oh, so you're the best of companions. You're awake. How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left. Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take the meds regularly. Thank you, Miss Sijuin.
Bueno, ¿y ahora qué vamos a hacer? Le quiero dar la info a Lini. Para si el hora de descanso está ahí, saca nomás. Me tira 10 metros, vamos a decir. No me tira nada. Acá había. Acá había una oficina. Ah, la enfermería está acá al lado. Literalmente al lado. Tuki. Tuki.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon. No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, you take my grilled fish and put down... Paimon talked with Sijuin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice it. Whoa! You really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicions.
Vamos con Lini, ya le contamos. Y quiero hacer algo, no quiero leer diálogos nomás, por favor. ¿Y ese papel? Bien. Ahora tengo que jugar con Freminet y nadar, por favor. Déjame hacer algo de eso. Haceme hacer algo distinto. Lini está... Ah, está tapado.
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule.
That's good. That means you didn't raise it. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of
Wait, why is she getting involved?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything...
Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her...
Is now really a good time?
According to my observations, Sijuin always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well. Also, I'm her brother, remember?
Okay, then let's...
No. Oh, qué lindo que me pongan enfrente y ya está.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh. Strange.
As expected, Sijuin isn't here, but why isn't...
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows?
Okay.
Bien, vamos pistas.
There are some books here and a few files. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patient. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sijuin would be interested in? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine?
Seems quite normal to me.
Pista 1, chao. Pista 2.
None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except...
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending...
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally, which means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or...
¿Se la llevaron? ¿Esas son las pintas? ¿O qué onda? Oh, está corrida la chapa. Ah.
This is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well. The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't...
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper!
A slip of paper?
It's right over here! And there's a bunch written on it, too. It reads...
Out of
respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my...
This is...
Is that all? The back!
Show me! Now!
That look on your face. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have...
Writhsley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Yes, that is a crucial question. Writhsley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Writhsley. We're a completely different story, though. I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after... Don't panic, just think everything over. I have to stay calm. Wait, you're right. The fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds... Could Writhsley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Writhsley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down. Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I'll go...
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please!
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
He's rushed out the door!
Como corría. Epa, Sijuin, ¿qué onda?
feel like we still have some room to make changes on these.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well.
¿Y esto?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking. Someone! Please help!
Whoa, are you okay?
Qué interesante.
These two. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Being able to
Ese
read
cambio de
human
pantalla
expressions
blanco me
is
acaba de
quite a
dejar
useful
ciego.
skill.
Vale, vale, vale.
It's no use. We have to catch up to him.
Oh, desapareció en un pedo, Dios.
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Risley's office.
Tengo que ir a la oficina, me puedo meter un TP y estamos. O me tiro por acá. Y llego antes que Lini, mira. Oh, Dios, ese pantallazo blanco. Una eternidad más tarde. One eternity later. Vamos. Estamos acá.
Come out and face me, Risley!
El facha.
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to...
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my sibling?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled... Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No. He's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in... You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start. So you deliberately aroused the traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation. As for Fremine... No. You probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go.
There was no need to do so. The fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with...
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control...
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is...
He's not. What do you really want?
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me. Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortresses. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within...
Wait. You can't... You locked him outside in this...
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That...
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for...
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before...
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the Bronx. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior. and ideally invite her
Epa.
You want to see father?
Picante, ¿eh?
But why?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think father sent us to handle the fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbor.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all,
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here.
Linny!
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, Mr. Freminet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it,
No,
the
es verdad.
responsibility...
I shouldn't ask
Caruso, te la
father to do
puso.
anything because of us.
6,
Wait,
2, time's up.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon.
Estaría re caribeño ahí.
Yeah, listen to the traveler. If you can't talk to Linny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best, but that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set. Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't... I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone,
No, yo soy una verga para estas cosas. ¿Qué dice? Encontrar la norma secreta del área... ¿Qué pasa si se ve la norma secreta del área prohibida? Sí. Pará, ¿y esto?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch.
¿Quién verá que trabaja durante 10 seguidas?
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't...
No.
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone.
Bien. ¿Bajo qué circunstancias apareció la carne extraña?
Fonta's internal reports suggest that the research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the
Pero ¿por qué no me sale?
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons.
No entiendo nada.
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. We often see Miss Sijuin...
Pero no... Ese no me la acuerdo. ¿Sí?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the
No
half
entiendo la
hour.
información.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from human. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament
Tiene que ver
only
una
took
cosa
place
con la
because the
otra.
Font... We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can... Fonta's internal reports suggest...
Vamos a seleccionar por seleccionar, porque la verdad no estaría entendiendo.
I've been told that the infirmary.
O sea, estos dos están mal, pero
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. Fonta's internal report.
esa estaba bien, pero no entiendo
According to Collins,
las preguntas. De sigue me las van
the
sacando.
Fonta promoter has.
Igual lo hice hace un montón y estoy entendiendo una mierda.
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very.
No entiendo a qué van las preguntas.
So that's what's going on. The hidden rule of the production zone.
Oh,
People
Dios.
are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get. At first, we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijuin visits the cafeteria right before lunch. Sijuin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift. Unfortunately, Melusines as a race, the recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste. Are we on the right track?
Okay.
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's all right. Now for my next question. There are also some
No,
hidden
no me
rules
hagas lo
in the
mismo, por
pancreation
favor.
ring,
Me quiero ir.
including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
No, por favor.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product.
Sí, que es ese.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons.
Vamos.
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the Pancration ring is about how, people get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing but really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new a blood-red drink. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, they came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would buy. And so, only those who proved their stupid.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collab. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Ya está, déjame en paz. Deja que ya se ahogó Freminet. Hasta que terminamos esto ya se ahogó.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing... You'll pay for this! Ah!
What's ahí?
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sijuin.
It was nothing, Your Grace.
Sijuin?
Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional.
Sijuin... You...
Acabo de quedar ciego otra vez.
I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my... When Monsieur Nervulet asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well...
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well?
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulet told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them.
Had I not, His Grace knows it too, right?
My dear Sigewinne, whatever shall I do with you?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly... What are you talking about?
Take me if you want. Let...
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewinne, I leave Miss Lynette.
You...
I believe I hear footsteps.
Y entran los dos hermanitos.
Some space,
Chlorine.
please.
Ah, Miss Clarend. My...
Freminet.
Bien, lo salvaron. Espectacular. Un trámite.
What's going on? What is Clarend doing
Es
here?
hermosa. Me encanta ese personaje.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon.
What happened to Freminet? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed...
What did you say?
No me la conté.
Make some space. I'll need to give Mr.
I'll talk to Clarend while you get Freminet to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
Bueno, yo creo que lo dejo acá porque si no el video va a ser de 3 horas. Llegamos hasta acá, ya vimos lo que pasó dentro de todo, investigamos un poquitito, sabemos por dónde se fue Tartaglia, sabemos que Freminet está bien. Así que la vamos a dejar por acá. Después vamos a seguir y ver cómo termina esta historia. Así que nada, háganme saber en los comentarios si les gustó el video, si les gusta que les traiga Genshin. Es un poco lento el asunto, es muy hablado, no lo voy a estar relatando tanto. Nada, ustedes sabrán si les gusta o no y me lo van a hacer saber. Y yo seguiré trayendo Genshin o no. Así que gente, muchas gracias por pasarse. Nos vemos en un siguiente video. Tal vez. Chau, chau.